You are learning fifth part of the geomorphology. Let's start from this question. For the coastal sand dunes formation, the ideal grain size diameter is. There are four options. The appropriate and the correct answer is A, that is 0.25 millimeter. Sometimes they change the unit into micrometer. If it is will be in micrometer, then it will become 250 micrometer. Remember, this is a symbol of micro. It's read as mu. So the questions may be asked in millimeter or in micrometer. So we have to understand both the unit. 1 micrometer, that is also called 1 micron, is equal to 10 to power minus 6 meter. And also one important measurement, that is 1 nanometer, is equal to 10 to power minus 9 meter. Just remember these two units, that is important in geography. Especially for this part, you have to remember micrometer is equal to 10 to power minus 6 meter. So the grain size diameter for the coastal sand dunes is 0.25 millimeter or 250 micrometer. Now moving to the next question. Excessive folding results in. There are four options. The correct option is Nappe formation. How Nappe formation happen? Let's understand from this diagram. This is a fold, and this is the right limb, and this is the left limb, and in between it is a axis. Now the force coming from this direction, from the right limb side, and it is overturning limb here. After, when the force becomes stronger, then it will overturn, that is the it will form nap. So excessive folding results in nap formation. Let's understand others folds and their terms. Anticline, that is simple fold, that is the bedrock up folded bedrock, that is, or it can be also called crest, that is anticline or simple fold. A trough, that is downfolded, is called syncline. And asymmetric fold, here the this limb and this limb is not symmetrical, means variant in their size and shape, so that is called asymmetric fold. And overfold is, here the limb is folding on the other side due to the pressure from this side, so it is overfold. Now this term is important, that is recumbent fold. Recumbent fold is nothing but when the both the limbs of this fold, this limb and this limb, becomes parallel to one another, and it becomes also horizontal, that is called recumbent fold. And nap, we have already discussed from this diagram what is nap, how it has formed. Okay, now moving to the next question is about matching. We have to match from this to this. I have already framed this question in a simple form in a correct sequence. So the sandstone is the correct match with quartzite. Sandstone is a depositional feature of is a depositional stone, and quartzite, it the sandstone when go through extreme pressure and temperature, it leads to quartzite. And similarly basalt, that is igneous rock, when it also go through extreme pressure and high temperature, it makes schist. And granite, that is also igneous rock, when it go through extreme pressure and temperature, it becomes gneiss. And shale is a depositional feature, when it go through high pressure and temperature, it will become slate. So we have to understand this all are a feature of metamorphic. They have become due to extreme pressure and temperature of their of this type of stone or rocks. Now understand from this pictures for clear understanding. Sandstone. These are sandstone. They are not hard as quartzite. When it go through extreme pressure and temperature, it will morphized or it becomes quartzite, that is a metamorphic rock. Similarly it happens with basalt, that is a igneous rock. Igneous rock go through extreme pressure and temperature, it become schist. And granite, these are there are two granites here, but there are many types of granite and they are variant in color. But when it go through extreme pressure and temperature, it will also converted into gneiss. And this is a shale, that is a sedimentary rock. When it go through extreme pressure and temperature, it will lead to slate. So the sandstone is a sedimentary rock which converted into quartzite, that is a metamorphic rock. And basalt is a igneous rock, it's converted into schist, metamorphic. Granite into gneiss, shale into slate. Just is remember this. It may be asked in exam to match. Hope it is clear. Now moving to the next question. Consider the following statements regarding Kant's view on the origin of the earth. There are three options. Kant introduced the Newtonian law of gravitation in his theory, that is incorrect. And the second option is Kant developed his theory accepting the principle of conservation of angular momentum, it is correct. Though Laplace put forward the nebular hypothesis of the origin of earth, Kant is regarded by many as the real propounder of the nebular hypothesis, it is correct. So from the options we have neglected the first option. So when we see the options A, B, C, D, one is already rejected. So option A and C and D can be easily rejected and only option B is the correct answer, that is second and third. So although Kant is not the real propounder of nebular hypothesis, but many scholars called him. But if it is asked in exam who proposed nebular hypothesis, then we have to remember it is Laplace. Laplace is the original proposer of nebular hypothesis, but many scholars regarded Kant is the real propounder, but in written form it is only Laplace. Now moving to the last question of the day. Which of the following is formed due to tectonic forces? Due to tectonic forces, which can be happened? There are four options. As I have already given the answer, it is Rift Valley. Now understand Rift Valley from this diagram, how tectonic forces lead to Rift Valley. This part, this is a plate, that is Somalian plate, or it is a part of African plate, and from this and this part represent the African plate, that is a Nubian plate. And you can understand from this diagram here, this is eastern branch and western branch of East African Rift. These arrows indicate this is moving this in this direction, and this part, that is western branch, is moving on the west side. That is, both are in divergent condition. So it leads to rift. It is also called due to tectonic. What was in the question? Which of the following is the which of the following is formed due to tectonic forces? Due to tectonic forces, it leads to rift valley. So we can understand, due to tectonic forces, it's make them to diverge from one another. So there is rift in between them. How it will become in future, we can see this image. From this image we can see, due to tectonic forces and rift have already created, and in the future it will split the African continent into two parts. So it is clear, tectonic forces leads to rift valley. That's all. Thank you so much. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment. Bye bye.